Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub, and with me today we have Mr. Absar. Thank you very much for coming here.
No, you're most welcome. I'm
Okay.
delighted to have you.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to record his speaking test here, and mashallah, he speaks very good English. So I invited him to record some speaking tests here. So in advance, I'm thankful to you. Okay.
My pleasure.
And by the way, the answers he's going to give you, these answers are a good specimen for bench score 7, 7.5, or even 8. Like, I mean, there is fluctuation, so these answers are good enough if you are looking for bench score 7 to bench score 8, because I've observed him, I've conducted his 2 mock tests as well, so I know about his English, that's why I invited him here. But in actual exam, he's going to get very good bench score, and later on, I'm going to share his result with you as well. So those who are looking for bench score 7 to 8 in IELTS speaking, these answers are going to be the model answers for that. So are you ready?
Yes,
All right,
all good.
that's good. Do you work or study?
I work.
All right, what do you do?
I'm a banker by profession.
Okay,
Working for
that's
Federal
good.
Bank.
Good. So let's start your speaking test. What did you study in history lessons when you were at school?
Well, when I started school, which was way back about 30 years ago probably, the history lessons were majorly in Urdu because the mode of communication and the mode of study in Pakistan at that time was Urdu. So we used to study history in Urdu in the name of social studies and history classes. It was majorly about the history of the Mughals and the Muslim emperors that have ruled the world. And then previously, it started from the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his companions, and how the Islamic history evolved and all.
Okay. Did you enjoy studying history at school?
Well, it fascinated me a little because I thought that I should be part of that time. But yes, I mean, one can never go back. It's only in movies that you can go back to the future and you can go back to the past as well. But given a chance, I would love to be there in that era where I could be one of the companions, or rather one of the humble servants of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
That's great. Let's go on. How often do you watch TV programs about history now?
With the busy schedule that I have these days, watching television is more like a fantasy to me. But yes, given a chance, I love to watch movies which are documentary movies precisely for the historical people. The movie that I saw was about Hitler and how he conquered Germany with the help of Germany, and he conquered the world.
All right. What period in history would you like to learn more about?
I mean, the recent advancement we have seen that we have some Turkish dramas being telecasted on the TV. Where is Resurrection, which is Arturul, which is the most famous these days. Well, I would like to learn more about these and how did it evolve and how did it come to being. I really appreciate the effort that the Turkish people and the Pakistani people have done while translating the Turkish dramas to Urdu, and for the understanding of the general public.
All right. We now move on to IELTS speaking part 2. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. So the topic is describe the neighborhood you lived in when you were a child.
Okay.
So please, you can start.
Okay. Well, when we talk about neighbors, these are the people who can positively affect our lives. And by laying a foundation of a better health and increased security, and in overall community, they can be very beneficial as well. Since they are not there for the best people, and they can look after your property when you are not around. They can, with the help of those, you can provide a good safety measures, and they can be your eyes when you are not around. They can seriously learn your habits and pick up things when you are wrong, and they can even guide you. And when there is a safety measures are done in the society, then the society progresses a lot, and one feels more secure and more safe with vis-a-vis the family is concerned and vis-a-vis the environment is concerned. So, in when I was a child, I used to live in rather old city of Lahore, I should say, although it was not part of the walled city. But yes, it was old city of Lahore because now we have found that the Lahore has expanded to the maximum, and it has almost reached to the other city of the same province. Well, I used to live on a place which is known as Cooper Road. It was behind Flatty's Hotel, and luckily I was acquainted with all the neighbors that we had from our vicinity. Some of them were very naughty neighbors. They were they were my batchmates. You can say we were in all the same age group.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on to IELTS speaking part 3.
Okay.
What sort of things can neighbors do to help each other?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, that neighbors can be the eyes, your eyes when you are not around. They can increase the security, and they can even guide you. They can give you strength. They can help you, especially in hard times when there is a tragedy. They are the first ones to jump in. And then it is always good to give a face to the person who is living next to you.
All right. How well do people generally know their neighbors in your country?
Well, in my country, in older times, people used to know each other to the extent that they were the same brothers or sisters living next to each other like best friends. But nowadays, since everybody has gone so busy into their works, and they have shifted from the old community to the new communities and the new housing places, where people do not have time, and most of the people even do not like to see each other as neighbors.
Okay.
But
how important do you think it is to have good neighbors?
well, good neighbors is a blessing. I mean, it has been taught in part by our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well, that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has imposed so much importance for neighbors that it may appear that someday or the other they will become part of your inheritance as well.
All right. Thank you so much. That's the end of your IELTS speaking test.
Thank
I would
you.
like to give a little review on your IELTS speaking.
Okay.
The first thing is, as far as speaking part 1 is concerned, try to give direct answers.
Okay.
Hit the question first.
Okay.
Whenever you are answering, you need to hit the question first. For example, the question was, what did you study in history lessons? So before coming to the main topic, what you do, you elaborate or you give certain background.
Okay.
But in speaking part 1, there is no room for that. So I would say hit the question first and then elaborate.
Okay.
I mean, don't
Okay.
elaborate first and then hit the question. You need to hit the question first.
Okay.
As far as speaking part 2 is concerned, you gave a lot of general answer. For example, describe the neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. First, you talked about the importance of neighborhood and this and that. And then I was noticing the time. After 1 minute, you came to your neighborhood.
Okay.
So I would say you need to start directly from your neighborhood and then you can elaborate
Great.
further.
Okay. Okay.
But anyways, examiners will give you leverage for that. As
Okay.
long as you speak well, so they don't mind. But still, it's a good idea to hit the question first and then. And the same thing is in part 3. So I just want you to hit the question first, means answer the question first directly, and then you can elaborate your points.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, it's all very well.
Thank you very much. Point taken.
Thank you so much. All
Thank
the
you.
best. You also teach IELTS online all over the world and on campus in Lahore as well as in Dubai. So if you wish to take my online on-campus IELTS classes, I'm going to be in Dubai from 16th December 2022 to 13th January. If you want to, 13th January 2023. So if you want to be the part of my masterclass, mock test, speaking mock test, I'll be there. So you can just meet me. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye. And once again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Jazakallah. It was a pleasure for me
Likewise.
to have your speaking test. Okay?
Likewise. Thank you very much.
Thank you.